Chris and his dad talk about sports.
Who's this song remind you of?
Poppy.
Good old Fighting Irish.
What is going on, everybody? Well, let's keep playing, but we are back yet for another episode of the Chris and his Dad Show, and it's in great honor of Poppy today. Super happy to be back, back behind the mic and talking with you, Dad. It's just great, and it's great what Notre Dame can do. It can really, what I've learned in the past couple weeks, just bond so many people together, and so happy to be an Irish fan, especially in this time. Just coming off of a nice win against...
beat Clemson.
Nice win against Clemson. Got Navy tomorrow. So it's a great time to be an Irish fan, but...
Good to be back, Chris.
Incredible song.
You had a great soccer season.
Yeah.
Wall varsity. And so we had to take a little time out then with Pops dying and everything. So we had to take a couple weeks off, but we're back, and it's time to get into the NFL picks.
Yeah, and that was some nice.
Oh, man, that was
not. I was ready because every episode, and now that we have had a break, I need to impress. And every episode, Dad's always saying, "Chris, come on, where's the music? Where's the music?" So what did I do today? I came down here and I got the music.
Picks.
I'm proud of myself. I want to brag a little. I want to boast.
To the picks.
All right, well, let's get to the picks, and let's start here. I'll give you the games I'm starting with. Starting with the Steelers and the Buccaneers in Germany. Seattle is 6-3 on the season. Have some notable wins against the Cardinals, Giants, and Chargers. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers 4-5. They've had trouble finding themselves this year, and they beat the LA Rams last week 16-13. Tom Brady, I mean, he's been in a bad attitude all year. I mean, maybe some things in his personal life could be going a bit better, but he chose football over family, as some may say.
Yeah, you don't know.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm not there behind the scenes, so I don't want to go and say things.
I think you made the right choice, to be honest with you.
Gosh, let's not get into that anyways. Let's get into who we think the better team is. And right now, by the looks of it, Geno Smith is playing like an MVP.
Yeah.
He's third in the league, I believe, in QBR. And Kenneth Walker, the rookie running back from Michigan State, he has 570 yards. He's an Offensive Rookie of the Year candidate. Tyler Lockett, wide receiver, playing really good.
How about this? The Seahawks have won 4 in a row. They've also, in their last 4 games, have allowed the fewest yards per play.
Wow.
4.2. Pull that one out of my hat, huh?
They got a good defense going there.
Yep.
I think the Seahawks are winning this game in
and
Germany.
Jordan Brooks, third year.
Sorry?
Jordan Brooks on the
Jordan
Seahawks.
Brooks, yeah.
He's the lead tackler in the NFL right now.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks, they got a real nice team right
what's
there.
going on? Nobody expected anything from the Seahawks this year. And now
Geno
it's
Smith wasn't
like
given a chance. He wasn't given a chance
Carroll
in New
could
York.
actually end up being coach of the year if they continue. I mean, listen, it's a little ways to go here, but they've certainly surprised everybody.
If they get the 8 wins, that'd
that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think
they're at 6-3.
I think they could beat the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are hurt.
Yeah, the
Their
Bucks.
offensive line.
The Bucks, just simply put it, aren't that great this year.
Well, they have some injuries on the offensive line, and when you can rush Tom Brady, that's when he'll make some mistakes.
Yeah, I just can't believe in a team that lost to the Panthers 21-3. I just can't, and I can't believe in a team that lost to the Steelers 20-18. This is a team that you say could win the Super Bowl. This is not a Super Bowl caliber team.
The Bucks?
The Bucks, yeah, the Bucks are a first round playoff exit if they even make the playoffs.
No, they're not making it. They're not gonna make it.
No, that division's awful. That division, they could make it in that division.
Yeah. They're 4-5. They have to beat the
I think
Seahawks.
they're leading the division right now, anyways.
Really? All right.
All the teams 4-5 or under. I'm going Seahawks in this game. Give me Seahawks 27-20.
Agreed.
Yeah, so let's jump into the next one. We got Lions in Chicago against the Detroit Bears. Justin Fields had the game of his life last week. 178 yards on the ground.
Leading QB rusher in the league right now, Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that going into the season?
Yeah.
He's beating Lamar Jackson in rushing yards.
He beat
That's
Jalen
amazing.
Hurts. It's just crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, so he's played really well last week, and now everyone's saying on ESPN, oh, Justin Fields, he's the guy in Chicago. He proved himself last week. One game, to me, does not mean that you prove yourself. You need to be consistently doing that week in and week out.
So who you picking?
I really wanted to go Bears, and the Bears are coming off of a nice week where they just nearly beat the Dolphins, but I think Dan Campbell's going to punch him in the gut. Let me go Lions away from home.
All right, I hate this. We both agree. I think the Lions are going to come away with a win as well. I think that it's going to be whose defense is going to show up, and I think it'll be the Lions.
Yeah, so I'm glad we agree on that one, actually. I was scared you were going to go against me there.
Right now, we're tied.
Browns Browns are going to the Dolphins, going to Miami. Miami is such a great team, and I like the way that they're coached. They're a great team.
Great?
Okay, then what are they?
Good.
I don't see anything out of this Browns team. This Browns team, to me, is average. This Browns team is mediocre.
What's the Dolphins' record? I don't even know.
The Dolphins are like 6-2. I didn't even write this one down here.
You didn't. I love when I ask you a question you didn't write down. All right, so I'm thinking in this particular game, the Dolphins are going to win.
Yeah,
I mean, they're playing the Browns.
6-3.
The Browns are, like you said, they're a very average team, and.
Well, can we talk about the fact that the Dolphins have the best passing attack in the NFL right now with Tua Tagovailoa?
Yeah.
Tua's done so well in the pocket, and then what they do is they always put Tyreek Hill in motion, so it confuses the defenses out.
That's Coach McDaniel. He's a guy's good.
They have the two fastest wide receivers, and what they do is they stack them. Waddle will be standing here, Hill will be standing there, and they're standing right next to each other. Defenses don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to defend it. However, they will find one issue when they do make the postseason, because they're a great team right now in the regular season. Their defense. I'm not a fan of this Dolphins defense.
No, they give up a lot of points.
Yeah, as great as their offense is, their defense is atrocious.
Here's
and
the
that's
thing.
going to come back to hurt them.
The Dolphins are used to shootout games. I think this game this week against the Browns will be another shootout. I'm predicting a high-scoring game, but I think the Dolphins will pull it out.
I don't think the Browns are going to score many points. Actually, Browns do keep it close.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Dolphins, though, in this game. I'm going similar to you there.
All right.
So, 3-3 together. Now, let's go to the Denver Broncos traveling to Tennessee, where they're playing the Titans. Titans are 5-3 on the season. Broncos are the opposite, 3-5. Russell Wilson hasn't done too well with his new team, has he?
No, he hasn't been getting a lot of good press. I didn't realize he was such a bad guy. Everybody's kind of saying he's a kind of a selfish guy.
You know, he keeps saying that he warms up on the plane, and like when everyone else is sleeping, he's doing high knees.
He's definitely not well liked by his peers.
People in Seattle came out and said stuff too.
So this game's a tough one though, because you have Tannehill, who's uncertain for the game. Okay, so you don't know if he's going to play.
Well, Malik Willis has been playing recently for the Titans.
I know, but to me, if the Titans play Tannehill, they win. All right,
but they just almost beat the Chiefs with Malik Willis. They went to overtime last week with the Chiefs, 20-17, with Malik Willis. I'm not saying the only issue with Malik Willis is sometimes he's great running, right? So last year in college, he was like Lamar Jackson, but he holds onto the ball too long sometimes. And the
Broncos have a very good pass defense.
The Broncos have a good defense. So
pass defense.
I think
where are you going with, Chris?
That will come back to hurt him. But I really like Mike Vrabel, and I think it's going to be a battle of the coaches in this game.
That's an easy win right there.
Give me Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go by the coaches, I mean, anybody would be,
Vrabel could compete against anybody, yeah.
Vrabel's a very good coach, but I think with Tannehill...
Well, he's not playing.
All right, I'm going to give you a weird... What do you mean he's not playing?
He's not going to play. Malik Willis is going to play.
Is that definite? Because I don't have it definite.
Even if Tannehill is healthy, Malik Willis is probably playing.
All right, I'm going with the Titans.
Wow. You got to start disagreeing soon. Vikings at Buffalo. This is the game of the week. The Vikings are 7-1. The Bills are 6-2. Minnesota's only loss of the season this year came to the Eagles, who are undefeated. And the Bills' losses came to the Jets last week, which was shocking, and Josh Allen's worst game of his season. Maybe the past 2 or 3 years Josh Allen's played, that was the worst game he's played. They also lost by 2 to the Dolphins earlier in the season. Allen right now is questionable, and guess who would fill in for him?
Case Keenum.
And guess where Case Keenum was and led to the NFC Championship? The Minnesota Vikings, back in the Minneapolis Miracle years ago.
You're right.
So that's a quick little fun fact for you guys there. I really like Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins has been playing like the dog that he is.
My God.
And I told you guys from the beginning of the season. And guys, guess what? Even if Josh Allen's playing, this is my upset of the week. The Minnesota Vikings over the Buffalo Bills. Give me it every day of the week. I don't care if Josh Allen times 10 on steroids is out there. The Minnesota Vikings are beating them.
I'm predicting the Bills to win this game.
I
And I don't think it's like an incredible upset, is it?
Nah, not
The
necessarily.
Vikings are 7-1. The Bills are 6-2.
Who could have guessed? Who could have guessed that the Vikings were 7-1?
All right, Chris. Pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back.
I will. I'm happy about that. I'm happy.
Chris predicted the Vikings to have a very good year. He predicted them to... How far did you predict them to go?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. So I do think, though, the Bills will be tough for them. And there's another one. If Josh Allen plays, forget it. I mean, I think it'll be... it won't be as close of a game as you think. But if he doesn't play, it's going to be a little closer. But I'm going to put my money with the Bills. Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Vikings right now, the Bills, Bills have a great defense too, one of the best defenses in the NFL, but so do the Vikings. Vikings are 6th right now in the NFL in turnovers. So this, no matter what, will be a close game, but I think the Vikings are just going to edge them out, as I mentioned.
Well, the Vikings have Zadarius Smith, too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Zadarius Smith, and he's tied in the league for tackles with a loss. I mean, this guy's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Tight end T.J. Hawkinson from the Lions.
Yeah, had the Lions let him go to the divisional rival. They're just
it's
idiots.
Crazy.
They're just idiots letting Hawkinson go.
Well, they did.
Did you see the
and-
pictures
and-
of
and he had a
Hawkinson?
great game, his first game with the Vikings.
Did you see the pictures of Hawkinson? I'll put it on the screen for people, but it was when he first started. He's like almost like Billy, like a clean-cut kid from college. And now he's got the longest beard.
Oh, I did see that.
hair.
Yeah, he
It's
actually
great.
doesn't look too good, but
Yeah, now he looks like a
I saw
caveman.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, now let's jump into our hometown team. Everybody's favorite team, the New York Giants. Houston Texans are in.
Say the Jets.
Houston Texans are in town this
Yeah.
season.
Okay, so the Giants have to win this game.
This is a must-win. 6-2.
Must win. If you
Need
lose this
momentum.
game,
you lose all the momentum.
you lose all the momentum, and everybody's going to start really worrying about the New York Giants. I hate to say it, because there's always that feeling like, is this real? It's been so long for the New York Giants. So with the Giants, you got to look for Daniel Jones to continue having the best career, year of his career.
You need for Saquon Barkley just to give the ball. The only way they're winning this game is feeding it to Saquon. Because by the end of when it comes down to everything, the Giants receivers aren't good. The Giants,
Well, it's not that they're not good.
no,
they're
they're
no
not
names.
good. Exactly. They're not good. Even Daniel Jones, he's okay, but Saquon Barkley is winning them football games. When you look at their offensive rankings, they're kind of like the passing, they're below average, but they're rushing. They're top in the NFL. Saquon Barkley is third in the NFL in rushing yards. This is a seriously good running back, and it's such a great rebound year for him. This is such a great comeback year for him, a comeback story. I think all the fans wanted it. He's a great guy, and it's great to see. But
As a
the
guy
Texans,
he was Rookie of the Year at
the
one point.
Texans are not a good team. The only thing that worries me with the Giants is Xavier McKinney, who was in an ATV crash on the bye week and broke his hand.
Are you serious?
And he's one of the best players on defense, and now he's out.
Oh my God!
And
What
he's
is
out
he
for
doing
couple
on
weeks.
a four-wheeler? I mean, Jesus.
Yeah,
That's
Martin,
got to be in his contract.
But you
too.
got to think Martindale is such a great defensive coordinator. He needs
Wink.
to. Why is he not talked about more?
I don't know, but I love it. I'm
Yeah.
glad the Giants got him, and the QB for the Texans is Davis Mills, and I think Martindale's going to give him all types of blitzes and things, and it's going to be hopefully a long day for the Houston Texans. But let's move on because there's other games.
Yeah,
we both
definitely.
got the Giants.
Let's go Jags at Chiefs now. Timmy, I don't even want to talk about this game. The Jags have, ever since Trevor Lawrence said, I think we're developing a good football team, they're 0-5. So give me the Pat Mahomes is MVP this year.
Do we need to spend more than 10 seconds on this?
I need to spend time talking about, when people talk about MVP race this year, who do they say? Jalen Hurts, right? They say Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. People don't want to admit that Pat Mahomes is the best in the league because it's the easy, obvious choice. I said it. He's my MVP.
I mean, obvious over Jalen Hurts?
Obvious. Yes, it's obvious. And he lost Tyreek Hill, and he's still doing and putting up the same numbers. It's crazy. It's
Well,
never
I'll tell you
seen
what,
before.
he's definitely put his name in the hat. He's a strong candidate, but I don't know if it's obvious yet.
He leads the league in passing yards, passing touchdowns. He's second in QBR. The team is 6-2. They're a great team. Travis Kelce's also done great this year as well.
Yeah.
So I think Mahomes deserves it. But let's jump to the Saints at Steelers.
Hey, do I get to make my pick on that?
You already said in 10 seconds the Chiefs.
Hi, Kel.
Saints at Steelers. Your thoughts?
What do you got on that?
Oh my gosh, this is a game I'm not gonna watch. If I see this on TV, I'm
Why? The
skipping
Steelers are 2-6. The Saints are 3-6.
I don't.
TJ Watt's coming back for the Steelers. That's the highlight of the thing. Saints are a horribly coached team that is leading the league in turnovers, penalties, all types of things. I think the Steelers are going to improve to 3-6, and they're going to take out the Saints. And I won't be watching either, but check out Red Zone.
He says, I just don't know with the Steelers though. Najee Harris has done nothing for me this year.
Coaching, go to coaching.
When I go to coaching, Mike Tomlin, yeah, he's great, but this team is just not talented. They're not good. They're simply not good. And I think at the end of I really like Chris Olave from the Saints. I don't know how great the Saints defense is. I'm going to be quite frank with you. Actually, 28th out of 32 teams. So both of these teams aren't good. They're stinkers. I'm going to go with the Saints.
That took way too long.
Because Ian Book played for the Saints. That's why I'm going.
Way too long.
I don't want to agree with you. That's the thing. That's why.
You didn't.
I was trying to find
ways.
ways.
All you got to do is the Saints.
I was trying to find ways. I was trying to find an explanation.
The problem is you do agree with me because I said the Steelers are going to win. But all right, let's go.
Colts at Raiders. This is a game where the Raiders have been awful this year. And meanwhile, Jeff Saturday is now in town for the Colts. So both have like such an odd transaction.
What the hell was with that?
Give me Saturday. Give me Saturday in his first game.
Jeff Saturday. I mean, what possessed them to just pick him as the coach?
What's great is ESPN2 is like, this is a great hire, and all the other media outlets are like, this is the stupidest thing you're seeing all
Jeff
year.
Saturday is a great guy, but who would have thought?
Well, why wouldn't you hire in-house?
Did you do picks for us yet?
Yeah, why wouldn't you hire?
He?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
We got to put him on.
We got the Colts head coach on the show.
How crazy is that? Just think about it. This
season.
I
did think, as soon as he did it, that's what I thought of. I was like, man, he really was on the Chris and Dad show this season.
Can we play a clip of him talking about our show?
Yeah, play the clip.
In New York, just finishing up Get Up, and I'll pick tomorrow's game, right? We got Colts, Broncos. I'm actually going to pick the Colts in an upset. I know that sounds like a homer, but I think that the Colts are going to find their way back. I think that the defense will play better, and I think the offense will stop turning it over, man. They've been killing themselves. So get back a little bit better of a running game. I'm hoping that this is all with the caveat that Taylor plays with this toe. So if Taylor doesn't play, all bets off for me. But anyway, man, if I can ever help you in the future, reach out. Again, appreciate all the hard work, Chris, that you're doing. Obviously, Bill, what a great way to spend time with your son. So God bless you guys. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your 2022. See you.
That's Jeff Saturday. Unbelievable. And he's now the head coach of the Colts.
Why wouldn't they hire?
He watches our show.
Why wouldn't they hire in-house though? You would think.
Do you believe that?
Marvin Harrison.
All right.
You know Marvin Harrison is currently like an assistant coach there. If you wanted to hire a legend, a guy who did great, hire Marvin Harrison.
Why not Peyton Manning? He could be the offensive coach.
Well, Peyton Manning's got
I know he's got a lot of things going on.
Yeah. Now let's jump in. Okay, look at this game. How I just totally skipped over it. The Cardinals at Rams. Kyler Murray. This Cardinals defense is not good. I think the Rams need a comeback week. The Rams have a nice defense. They have a great offense with Cooper Kupp. I'm gonna go the Rams. Home game 2. Give me the Rams.
You're going with the Rams.
Yeah.
What about Kyler Murray and his ability to run it? Is he not playing?
I don't care. Kyler Murray.
He's not playing though, right?
Even if he is playing,
you got to remember something. Kyler Murray hurt his hamstring. Okay, so he's questionable. Stafford had a concussion. He's questionable.
I don't care who's questionable. I don't care.
The guy doesn't play.
Question marks, exclamation points. I don't care. The Rams are winning this game.
Okay.
Thanks to defense. And by the way, Kyler Murray, as great as a talent as he is, he's not a winner. He's not a winner.
No, not yet, but I mean the guy's unbelievable. I'm going to agree with you on this. Unfortunately, I'm going to go with the Rams just based on the defense. Both quarterbacks are questionable for the game. Both quarterbacks are injured, so cancel that out. I'm going to go with defense, and I'm going to put my money on the Rams.
Yeah.
Plus, they need to win. They're 3-5.
Guess what? Mike McCarthy is going back to Green Bay. Going back to Lambeau, where the Cowboys are taking on the Packers. And
the press conference, he started crying when they started talking about that.
Really? You know that he has a street named after him in Green Bay.
Does he?
It's called like Mike McCarthy Way. I saw that this morning on
Why?
NFL Network. Because he won them a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So to be fair, that's like a small town, you know.
Aaron Rodgers had a lot to do with that.
Okay. Well, Aaron Rodgers has a lot to do with the losing that's been going on right now for the Packers as well. He had an awful week last week against the Lions. They lost 15-9.
Yeah, he looked bad.
This Cowboys defense is phenomenal. They lead the league in sacks. Micah Parsons accounts for 8 of the 33 that they have. I'm going the Cowboys thanks to Micah Parsons and this defense.
Yeah. Who's going to play quarterback for the Cowboys? That would be the interesting part. And secondly, the Cowboys are just, one of the better teams.
Why wouldn't Dak?
You think it's not going to be Rush?
Well, yeah, Dak's back already.
He's already back?
Yeah.
All right.
This is what happens when you miss a show for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I
Nah,
have to
honestly, it happens.
But I will tell you this: I do think the Cowboys will kill the Packers because the Packers are right now a below-average team.
Yeah.
They
lost to the Giants for crying out loud.
What the hell does that mean?
The Giants. That was my upset of the week, and that got 12,000 views on Instagram. I'm happy about that.
Upset of the week.
We gotta I just gotta make every game an upset of the week.
You gotta do your little TikToks where you do the upset of the week.
Well, I'm making. That's why I did that for the Vikings, even though it's not much of an upset.
Yeah, I know. You got to come up with something better than that. An upset of the week is something that I'll tell you an upset of the week: Commanders versus the Eagles. Commanders versus the Eagles. Commanders beating the Eagles. That's an upset of the week.
You think that's gonna happen?
Yeah, I do.
Why? Let's go straight into it. Why?
First, you tell me your pick.
The Eagles, maybe the undefeated team, the team that beat the Commanders 24-8 earlier in the season. Maybe the team with Jalen Hurts having an MVP caliber season.
Here's the problem: the Eagles are 8-0, right? Washington's 4-5. However, the Washington, I want to say Redskins. Washington, what's their name?
Gosh, ready off the Commanders. I'll throw an awful start here. The Commanders.
They've won a few games in a row here, haven't they?
Yeah.
All right, so they're on a hot streak.
I couldn't care
It's a
less.
divisional game.
And guess what? Jalen Hurts is a fireman off to put it out.
I personally think this is going to be an upset. I think the Redskins. God, I keep calling them the Redskins. It's awful, isn't it?
Gotta cancel the show.
Just
Chris and his dad canceled.
No, just cancel me. He's good.
Yeah, thank you.
The team with the red helmets, the Commanders.
The red helmets are
You
gonna
might have
win.
to edit this.
Yeah, I might have to.
I mean, this is just awful. I'd just leave it in. Who cares? I mean, for crying out loud. I mean, I grew up with them for 50 years being the Redskins.
Now we're getting into this. Let's just stay away.
It's like
every
also
time.
you call the Giants, you can't call them
midgets.
Giants.
The Giants and midgets.
No, you can't say. You have to say little people.
Little people.
So,
yeah.
we're really off on a tangent here. I'm picking the Washington Commanders, who are 4-5. I think they're going to upset the Eagles. The Eagles are going to come into this, and I'm expecting them to not take it seriously, and they're going to get upset.
I'm shocked right now. I'm shocked.
Eagles are leading the league in turnovers, not taking the ball, forcing turnovers.
Yeah.
And they give up the fewest turnovers.
So you're giving me reasons as to why the Eagles are gonna win right now.
I'm giving you reasons why the Eagles are overconfident. That's what I'm giving you reasons for. That's
they're
my
overconfident.
where's your little bell there? Upset of the week. That isn't. We got to come up with a better sound than that. That's better than the first one. All right, let's go. Next one.
Wait, what's this one? Okay. Anyways, let's go to the 49ers. What's it called? Levi's Stadium, where the LA Chargers are in town. Justin Herbert, it's so sad to see they're wasting his talent. They're wasting the best quarterback in the league's talent because
the best helmet in the league.
They're wasting the best uniforms, the best jerseys.
Yeah.
The Chargers are
the nicest weather.
Even though they're 5-3, it's still a shame.
Yeah, the Chargers are a victim of bad coaching again.
They always have been too.
They're awful.
They can never get the right guy.
They're awful. And now they're facing the 49ers. And even though the 49ers are without, who's that guy? Deebo Samuel.
Oh, yeah. He's out?
Huge.
I didn't even know that.
Huge loss.
Wow.
However, they got Christian McCaffrey. Chargers aren't going to be able to handle that. I'm picking the 49ers.
Yeah, the Chargers' defense is atrocious, and what's sad is their offense is one of the best in the league. So it's like a Ferrari on one side, and then a 2003 Honda Civic on the other side of the ball on the defense, because they're just awful back there. Meanwhile, the offensive line's the
Honda
best.
Civic. That's a good car. Go on.
I don't know. That's the only car I know of. Like, honestly, that's the only
Those
car
cars
I
last
know.
forever, but go on.
Well, what's a bad car then?
The bad car?
I'm not a car guy, so.
The Grand Cherokee.
They're like a 2003 Grand Cherokee back there. Yeah, I don't know cars.
Yeah, obviously.
Anyways, let's just jump. Or I didn't even put my winner yet, did I?
Yes, you did.
I didn't know. No.
You're not going to pick the Chargers. We all know that. You're going to pick the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the 49ers.
All right.
Is
that it?
Is that it?
Did we get through it all?
I think we got... No, oh yeah, because this was the last game, but we jumped
We jumped the
jumped
game. We
into
did the
it.
upset of the week, so you wanted to jump ahead. Okay. Is there anything we should look forward to, Chris, this week? Anything that interests you? Anything exciting about any players or any possible coaches maybe on the firing line?
Yeah, well, I think we could talk about the game that happened last night, Thursday Night Football, a little, the Panthers and the Falcons. And the Falcons have an Arthur Smith issue right now. Marcus Mariota, simply put, is not that good. And meanwhile, they have Desmond Ridder at Cincinnati last year. If you watch college football, you know he was the most pro-ready guy in college football. He's huge, he's big, and he makes good decisions. I don't get why they don't give him a chance.
I agree with you. I mean, Marcus Mariota's, he's been around,
He's been around the league for a while, but
that's why he has a great play. He has a good play,
he's
little
flashy.
magic.
He's been like that since college. He's
Yeah,
flashy.
He's flashy.
But last
got
night,
moments.
he got thrown to the ground, was on the ground, and threw the ball while on the ground. Blind throw. He had no clue where the ball was going to
He
go.
was a first-round draft pick, wasn't he?
Second overall.
Holy smokes. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And it's not like he wins a couple games here and there. He can lead you to be an average team.
Well, let me ask you this. Who do you, right now, if I had to ask you, who are your top 3 teams in the league?
Top 3 teams in the league. Okay, let's go. Eagles, Vikings, and Bills. I think those are the best. Those are the 3 teams to beat. And then come playoff time, thanks to the experience, I think the Bills go from the 3rd of those bunch to the number 1 of the bunch because of the experience that they have in the playoffs. And I think the Chiefs. Everyone's underestimating the Chiefs because they lost Tyreek Hill. I don't think people talk about the Chiefs nearly as much, and because they've been talked about so much that people just kind of stop caring. They like a new underdog story in the Eagles.
It's like champions, these teams that make it every year. After a while, everybody gets fatigued by it, and then you start, they lost Tyreek Hill, and you're thinking, okay, we're going to see them go away a little bit now, and, they're still very much in the thick of things. So, as you pointed out, they have some pretty darn good numbers, and Pat Mahomes is looking pretty darn sharp this whole season. So.
Yeah, he has been. And maybe it's because he finally got his family away from posting all the time.
Oh, God. Why? Did he finally tell his brother to take a hike? I have not seen anything about his brother this year.
That's great. Yeah, I think so.
And his wife's having a baby.
Yeah,
Or had a baby.
Shut her up.
All right, I don't know what we're talking about.
But U.S. men's national team play in 10 days. First World Cup game. Hopefully you can get me out of school early so we can watch the game together.
What are we talking about?
Soccer. U.S. men's national team against Wales. November 21st on a Monday at 2 o'clock. School gets out at 2:02. So.
I think you'll figure a way to get out of it.
I think I will.
All right, let's go. Where's the game?
Qatar.
All right, let's get some tickets. Let's get out there. What could happen?
What could go wrong?
What
Not
could go
much.
wrong?
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
Yeah,
we got a little
but-
soccer in there, just like you always love to get a little soccer in there. Do you think the World Cup team's going to do well this year?
I think so. I think by the looks of it, everybody, it's a tight group of guys, and that's what you really want in
That
a
doesn't
team.
mean anything, Chris. Come on.
Yeah, it does.
You're playing against the greatest team. I mean, God, think about some of the teams we're going to be going up against.
England's a tough one,
England?
but Wales.
Do we get out of our group?
Oh my gosh! This is the group of death. This is the only group in all the FIFA World
Always
Cup.
happens to us.
The group of death. All the teams are ranked at least 20th in the world, 20th or higher. No other group. Other groups have like teams that are like 70 because
Yeah.
the continents, the way you qualify is like you play against your continent. But the way we just miraculously landed into our group, it's the group of death, literally the toughest group of them all.
Really?
So Wales is a really good team. They had a good run at the Euros. Iran's a solid team, and then England. But hey, I think we could compete thanks to the talent. Like talent-wise, midfield and attack were really good, but defense.
I can handle losing to Wales, not Iran. We got to beat Iran.
I can't handle losing to Wales. England's the only team that would. I think we should get past.
Where's Mexico? Are they in our group?
No,
They're not in our group,
you
right?
can't be in the same group as a team from the same continent.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
So that's how they spread it out, like a bunch of teams from all around the world. I think Brazil's the team to beat, though, throughout the tournament. That team is so good top to bottom.
They're loaded.
Loaded like a Honda Civic. They just keep going every year.
Oh, God.
They're
There we go.
consistent every year.
You mean a Grand Cherokee?
A Grand Cherokee. Oh, that's what it is?
No, Grand Cherokees are not consistent.
I think another team to watch out for is Canada. Canada's got a good team up there.
Oh, you talking about women or men?
Men. I'm not even joking. The women's team for U.S., by the way, lost 3 games in a row. Just lost to Germany.
They're not doing good.
Other countries are catching up. So
The wheels came off the bus.
who could have called that?
They had a run. What? Like 20 years. They were just dominating.
Yeah, but the thing is, people started investing. In that 20 years, countries started investing, and the little girls growing up during the U.S. dominance are now dominating for Spain, and even the domestic leagues. Like, we have the MLS for women is the NWSL. It's nowhere as near as good as the leagues overseas.
Yeah.
Those leagues are way more competitive.
Well, that's a shame. That is a shame.
It is a shame, but
Maybe they can surprise us. You never
can
know.
be fixed. Yeah.
Is Hope Solo still playing? Goalie?
No, she's trying to run for president of the U.S. Soccer. She failed, but she's probably going to run again.
Really? For the women's U.S. soccer?
Nah, just the federation as a whole.
Really?
She ran for president.
Interesting. I
She
didn't know
was
that.
she was alone in her adventure.
Yeah,
as
I was going to
president.
say, she probably didn't get she has a little bit of a checkered background, so.
It's actually my dream job. So, anyways, I'm coming for you, Hope, and we're coming for you next week. We'll be back with
Got a
another
little music to play us
another
out?
episode. Oh, actually, yeah, I did.
What do you got, Chris? There's no way anybody's listening right now. Oh, did I turn it off?
Wait, why is? Oh, there we go.
Do you want to redo it?
No, we're fine. Saturday in the Park by Chicago. Signing off, everybody. We will see you in the next episode.